unique planet. Long, long ago, people believed that the earth was flat. They were afraid of traveling too far. They feared that if they went near the edge, they would fall off. But some people like Aristotle and Copernicus said that the earth was shaped like a ball. This fact was proved by Ferdinand Magellan, who started on a long sea journey from Spain. He sailed towards the west. He kept on sailing in the same direction. After about 3 years, he reached the same place from where he had started. This proved that the earth had no edges, but was round like a ball. Actual shape of the earth. Observe carefully the image of the earth shown here. You will notice that its shape is not a perfect circle. Its shape is more like an orange. It is a bit flatter at the top and bottom. The top flat point is known as the North Pole, and the bottom flat point is the South Pole. Also, notice that the middle of the earth bulges out a little. An imaginary line called the equator divides the earth into 2 equal parts. Why life is possible only on the earth? Our earth is the only planet where life is possible. It provides air, water, and suitable temperature for all living things. Presence of air. The presence of air makes our earth special. All living things need air to breathe. If you put your hand in front of your mouth and blow on it, you will feel as if something is touching your hand softly. This is air. We cannot see or touch it, but it is all around us. The layer of air that surrounds the earth like a blanket is called the atmosphere. Suitable temperature. The earth is neither too hot nor globes and maps. Globes. A globe is a model of the earth. It is shaped like the earth. It helps us to see different places on it. At a time, we can see only half of the earth on a globe. We can spin the globe to see the other half. It also gives us an idea about the areas of the earth that are land or water. Though globes are helpful, there are certain problems associated with its use. We can see only a part of the earth on a globe at one time. We need to turn it around to look at another part. This makes comparing different places little difficult. On a small globe, it is difficult to show many places and areas in great detail. A big globe would be difficult to carry. Maps. A map is a drawing of the earth or a part of it. Maps are much easier to make. For a globe, we would require a rounded ball with a bulge in the middle and flattened on both the ends. On the other hand, a simple piece of paper can be used to make a map. We can fold it, we can roll it and carry it wherever we want. We can hang it on the ball and look at it. We can carry it with us and check when we want to find a place. When maps are collected together in a book, we call it an atlas. Maps can be of the whole earth or a part of it, a country or even of a small place. We may even draw a map of our neighborhood to help someone reach our house. Oceans and continents. The surface of the earth is made up of land and water. About 3/4 part of the earth's surface is covered with water and the rest is land. The water is in the form of oceans, rivers, lakes, and groundwater. Some of these water bodies have been marked in the given map. In between these, we can see the land areas. Oceans are the huge water our environment. We see many things around us like plants, animals, land, houses, people, etc. Air and water are also present around us. Both living and non-living things make up our environment. The air we breathe, the water we drink, and the place we live in are a part of our environment. There are many things we throw away as waste. Some of this waste rots and decays while some does not. Things which do not decay pollute the environment. If something is polluted, it means that it has been made dirty or impure. Let us read how our environment gets polluted. Air pollution. Air gets polluted due to different human activities. Some of these are as follows: smoke given out by factories and vehicles, bursting of firecrackers on festivals. Air pollution causes breathing problems like asthma and bronchitis. Polluted air is bad for plants and animals too. Water pollution. Water of the rivers and lakes is also getting polluted. Some activities that cause water pollution are as follows: bathing and washing clothes and utensils in water bodies. Bathing of animals in ponds, lakes and rivers. Dumping waste from houses and factories into water bodies. Water pollution causes many diseases like jaundice and typhoid. If we drink polluted water, we may fall ill. Land pollution. Physical features of India. You know that there are 7 continents. Our country, India, is situated in the largest continent, Asia. India is the 7th largest country in the world. It is also the 2nd most populated country in the world. Our country is very beautiful. It has many landforms and water bodies. We have mountains, plains, plateaus, deserts, islands, rivers, lakes, ponds, etc. These varied landforms and water bodies are called physical features. A map that shows these features is called a physical map. The Northern Mountains. The highest mountain ranges of the world, the Himalayas, are located in the north of India. These mountain ranges are so high and so cold that some of the peaks are forever covered with snow. In fact, the word Himalaya itself means the abode of snow. The Himalayan mountains stretch from the north to the northeast. They stop the cold winds that blow from the north. Without them, even the plains of the north would be freezing and filled with snow. Rivers such as the Ganga and the Yamuna flow through the plains of the north. These are formed by the melting snow of the Himalayas. As the higher peaks of the Himalayas are cold and rocky, plants cannot grow there. The lower ranges have forests, towns, and villages. Here people grow fruits, vegetables, and other crops. At the lowest end of the region lies a thick forest area. Below the foothills lies the Terai region. It is an area covered by tall grasses. The plains of the north. Vast stretches of plains lie towards the south of the Himalayas. These plains are called the northern plains of India. These are flatlands formed by the Himalayan rivers. This fine soil is called silt and is good for growing different kinds of crops. A lot of people live in the northern plains. There are villages, towns and cities. It is generally very hot in summers and cold in winters in the plains. The Deccan Plateau. A plateau is an area of flat land that is higher than the land around it. Yet, in most places, it does not rise as high as a mountain or a hill that ends in a peak. It is more like a raised tabletop. A peninsula is a landform that reaches out into the sea. It is surrounded by water on three states and union territories. Have you ever thought who constructs hospitals, schools, railway stations, roads, etc. for us? Yes, it is our government that looks after the needs, welfare and safety of the people in the country. The government frames laws or rules to run the country. It is the government which decides where to build schools, roads, hospitals, parks, stadiums, railway stations, and airports. The government also provides services like electricity, water, telephones, etc. There are two types of government in India. These are the central government and the state government. Central government. The central government looks after the safety and welfare of the whole country. It is based in New Delhi, the capital of India. We, the people of India, choose the members of the central government. The President, the Prime Minister, and other ministers form the central government. They live and work in New Delhi. The states and union territories of India. India is a very big country. Its population is more than 125 crore. It is difficult for the central government to look after the needs of such a big population all by itself. The country is therefore divided into smaller parts or states. Each state has its own government, which looks after the welfare of the people of that state. There are 29 states in our country. Every state has its own capital. In a state, there is a governor, chief minister, other ministers, and senior government officers who run the government together. The governor and the chief minister live in the state capital. Besides the states, there are 7 smaller areas directly under the central government. They are known as union territories. Among the union territories, there Rashtrapati Bhavan. The President of India lives here. It has the famous Mughal gardens which bloom with beautiful flowers in winter. Red Fort. The Red Fort is a huge fort located in the heart of the city. It was built by the Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. The Red Fort houses the Diwani Arm, a hall once studded with precious stones. Here the emperor met his people and tried to solve their problems. The Diwani Khas was the hall for the royal guests. On August 15, Independence Day, every year the Prime Minister hoists the national flag at the Red Fort. Qutub Minar. The Qutub Minar is a 5-story tower. One of the first sultans of Delhi, Qutubuddin Aibak, built it about 800 years ago. The Iron Pillar is another interesting structure near the building. It is over 2000 years old. Though it is made of iron, there is no rust on it. Jama Masjid. The Jama Masjid in Delhi is the largest mosque in India, built by Emperor Shah Jahan in red sandstone and white marble. It is a grand place of worship where people have been praying for many years. Akshardham Temple. The Akshardham Temple is in East Delhi. It is a grand temple built in 2005. There are musical fountains. Delhi is one of the oldest cities in India. It has many historical forts and buildings. It is located near the river Yamuna. It was the capital city of many powerful kingdoms for hundreds of years. Today, Delhi is a union territory. The city is divided into 2 parts, the city of Delhi or Old Delhi and a separate city called New Delhi. Being the capital of India, both the cities are part of an area known as the National Capital Territory of Delhi. Delhi is one of the 4 metropolitan cities of India. The other 3 metropolitan cities are Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai. Climate. Delhi has an extreme type of climate. It means it has very cold winters and very hot summers. It also receives good rain during Mumbai. Mumbai is the capital of the state of Maharashtra. Long ago, it was made of 7 islands, which were full of marshy forests and small fishing villages of the Koli people. The place was named after the local goddess Mumba Devi. At that time, the place had no buses, no trains, no big buildings, and hardly any people. Around 1534, sailors from Portugal arrived here. They found that it was a good place for ships to stop, load and unload goods. They named it Bombay or Good Bay. Gradually, over the years, many industries developed in Bombay. It became the capital of Maharashtra in 1960. In 1995, Bombay was renamed Mumbai. Nowadays, Mumbai has become the center of India's trade activities. Therefore, Mumbai is also called the financial capital of India. Climate. Mumbai has its own special weather features. It has a moderate climate. As it is on the coast of the Arabian Sea, the sea makes the weather in Mumbai very humid most of the year. From June to September, there is heavy rainfall. At times, the rainwater rises up to knee level or even higher. Between November and February, it is cool and pleasant. Culture. The people of Mumbai love to call themselves Mumbaikars. You can hear Marathi, Konkani, Hindi, English, and almost all Indian languages being spoken on the streets. Ganesh Chaturthi is a very important festival in Mumbai. People celebrate all other festivals in a special way. Mumbai has many big offices where a lot of people work. The sea is a huge source of oil. The place where the oil fields are located is called the Mumbai High. There are many factories in and around Mumbai. The cloth industry is one of the most important industries. Means of transport. Mumbai is well connected by a network of transport system. Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus is one of the grandest buildings of Mumbai. It is also one of India's busiest railway stations. Local trains connect the different parts of this big city. Metro rail and monorail have also been started in Mumbai. Buses are a common means of transport. Some of the buses are even double-decker or have 2 stories. The Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport in Mumbai is one of the busiest airports in India. Mumbai has 2 important ports, the Mumbai Port Trust and the Jawaharlal Port Trust. Kolkata. Kolkata too is a historical city. It is the capital of West Bengal. It is located on the east banks of the river Hooghly. When the British landed here many years ago, the area was made up of small villages. In 1698, the 3 villages of Govindpur, Kalikata and Sultanate were joined together to form Calcutta, now Kolkata. The British decided that this was a good place to set up factories. Soon, a little town grew up around the British factory of Fort William. As trade developed, the little town grew to become the city of Calcutta. It became so important that the British chose it as their capital city. It remained the capital of British India till 1911. Calcutta was renamed as Kolkata in the year 2000. Climate. Since Kolkata is located near the sea, its climate is moderate, neither too hot nor too cold, just like other places near the sea. The summers are warm and humid. Winters are not so cold but rather comfortable. The city receives heavy rainfall during the monsoons. It sometimes rains so heavily that low-lying areas get flooded, and pumping stations have to work overtime to pump out the excess water. Culture. Kolkata is a busy city of India. People love food and sports. They also enjoy dance, music, poetry and painting. If you have a sweet tooth, then you will love Bengali sweets or mishti. In fact, sweets such as Rasagulla, Kheer Kadam and Sandesh are popular all over India. Rice and fish is the main meal. The people of Kolkata also love sports very much. The whole city enjoys watching an important cricket or a football match. The Eden Gardens Stadium is Chennai. Chennai is a coastal city. It faces the Bay of Bengal. It is an important port. Till 1996, Chennai was called Madras. In 1996, its name was changed to Chennai. A long time ago, Madras was a group of villages surrounded by rice fields. The area was ruled by different rulers at different points of time. Many people came here to buy and sell goods because of its location on the southeast coast of India. Today, Chennai is the capital of Tamil Nadu. Climate. The climate of Chennai is warm and humid almost throughout the year. The sea breeze during the day and the land breeze at night give people some relief from the hot weather. The winter season is not very cold. Chennai gets rain mainly from October to December. Culture. The most commonly spoken language in Chennai is Tamil. The people here mostly wear cotton clothes. They also love to wear traditional dresses. Women wear colorful Kanjivaram saris, while men wear short dhotis along with shirts. Some men also wear improving the condition of agriculture and small-scale industry in the village, settling minor disputes between villagers. The Gram Panchayats get money from the government. Most of our villages now have schools, health centers, roads and electricity. Municipal Committee. Small cities and towns have a municipal committee to provide civic amenities to the people. The members of the municipal committee are also elected by the people of that area who are 18 years of age or above. These members are called municipal councillors. The municipal committee elects a head called the chairman or chairperson. In big cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai and some others, the municipal committee is known as municipal corporation. The head of the municipal corporation is the mayor. The main functions of the municipal committee are fire and wheel. In class 2, you studied the life of early humans. You studied that they used stone tools to dig out roots of the plants and to kill animals for food. You also studied that they lived in caves and covered their bodies with leaves, bark of trees, and animal skin. In this chapter, you will study about some important changes that took place in the life of early humans. Discovery of fire. Early humans learned many things from the natural activities. Discovery of fire was one of them. Let us know how the early people knew that there was fire before they learned how to make it. The early humans came to know about fire accidentally. Lightning would have struck the dry leaves and branches of the trees in the forest, causing forest fire. Volcanoes erupted and fiery lava burned everything. All this must have frightened the early humans. However, they noticed that fire could keep them warm. They saw that fire kept wild animals away. Slowly, they understood that fire also kept their dark cave shelters bright and warm. As they sat around the fire to eat, it is possible that a bit of meat fell into the fire. The cooked piece of meat was soft, easy to eat, and tastier than raw meat. It is also possible that the hunter-gatherers came across an animal burnt in the forest fire. It smelled good, it was tasty and soft. Thus, the early humans would have concluded that fire could keep them warm. It could be used for cooking and driving away animals. Making a fire. In the beginning, humans picked up a burning stick and used it to light other sticks. This way, they could have a fire that they could use to keep warm, for cooking, for lighting up dark caves, and for keeping wild animals away. However, accidental fires did not happen every day, so they started thinking if there was a way of making fire on their own. While making stone tools, they observed that hitting two stones together produced sparks. So they started using these to make fire. And for the first time, there was a human-made fire. Now they could eat cooked meat, keep themselves warm, and keep wild animals away. Beginning of farming. The early humans noticed that small plants grew into big ones. They observed that the seeds that they threw away or dropped on the ground grew into new plants. They realized that they could sow seeds in the soil. With time, these grew into saplings and then into plants. They learned that it was our food. The food mostly eaten in the region is called the staple food of that region. India is a vast country with varied landforms and climate. The kinds of food people eat depends on what kind of food grains, vegetables and fruits grow best in a particular region. It also depends upon the climate of a place. For example, rice grows best in areas where it rains a lot, like West Bengal and Assam. So the people of West Bengal and Assam eat mainly rice. Rice cannot be properly grown in Rajasthan, where it rains very little and the soil is sandy. Wheat, jowar and bajra grow well in the climate and soil of Rajasthan. So the people of Rajasthan eat more of these grains than rice. In the coastal areas, fish is commonly eaten as it is available in plenty in the sea. Let us take a look at the different kinds of food eaten in India. Cereals. Cereals are the major part of food all over the country. In the northern states of India, people generally eat wheat and rice. As you go west to Rajasthan, it is a desert area where wheat, jowar, corn and bajra are commonly eaten. In the southern and eastern states, rice is the staple food. Pulses. Pulses are also an important part of our clothes. People wear different kinds of dresses in different parts of India. The clothes that people wear are largely influenced by the climate of the place they live in. The clothes that people wear also change according to the seasons. The dresses of people in cold regions like Kashmir is quite different from the dresses of people in hot and humid regions like Tamil Nadu. Some clothes are common throughout our country. Sari, salwar kameez, trousers, shirt, kurta and pajama are dresses worn all over the country. However, some clothes are typical to a region. We can often tell which region of our country a person belongs to by looking at the clothes she or he is wearing. Dresses of men. The dresses of men differ from state to state in India. Shirt with trousers is the most common dress in cities and towns all over the country. Kurtas are worn in different combinations in different places. Kurtas worn with dhotis, pajamas, churidars or lungis are popular in most of the northern and eastern states as well as in the states of central India. A lungi is a cloth worn around the waist by men. Lungi kurta or lungi with a shirt is commonly worn in the southern states. The lungi is called mundu in Kerala and veshti in Tamil Nadu. In Rajasthan, pajamas or dhoti is worn as the lower garment and angarkha as upper garment. In Gujarat, men wear a short frilled white angarkha over our festivals. India is the land of many festivals and special days. Some of these days are so important that they are celebrated as national festivals. Some festivals are special to a particular religion and are called religious festivals. Some festivals are celebrated when crops are ready for harvest. They are called harvest festivals. National festivals. Independence Day. We celebrate Independence Day on August 15 every year. India became free from British rule on this day in 1947. The Prime Minister of India unfurls the national flag at the Red Fort in Delhi. Republic Day. Republic Day is celebrated on January 26 every year. On this day, in 1950, our Constitution came into effect. The President unfurls the national flag and takes a salute of a colorful parade at Rajpath in Delhi. Gandhi Jayanti. Mahatma Gandhi was a great Indian. He loved his country and its people. He taught us to be kind to each other. We fondly call him Bapu, or the father of the nation. We celebrate his birthday on October 2 as Gandhi Jayanti every year. Religious festivals. Diwali. Diwali is celebrated to mark the return of Lord Rama to Ayodhya after 14 years of forest exile. The whole world seems to sparkle brightly as people light up their houses with diyas and candles. Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, is worshipped on this day. Eid-ul-Fitr. Eid-ul-Fitr marks the end of Ramzan, the month-long fasting. People greet one another, saying Eid Mubarak. They go to the mosque to pray. A sweet dish, sevaiya, is enjoyed by the people. Christmas. Christmas is celebrated every year on December 25. It marks the birthday of Lord Jesus Christ. It is also known as
connecting
Suppose
people.
your father has been transferred to another city. His plays and dance dramas during festivals and special days. He was the first Indian to win a Nobel Prize, the most prestigious award in the world. He won it for his collection